Hello guys, very welcome back. In this video we'll be discussing about the Gupta Empire. But to begin with, let's start with the one of the golden period of India, and the empire during the golden period of India was the Mauryas. It was the largest empire of India starting from 322 BC to 185 BC, right? And it is in the same empire that Kautilya was present, right? With such a big empire, there was like a vacuum created, and kingdoms like Sunga dynasty, Kushans and Satavahanas were there, right? Now after the Mauryas, the second biggest empire and the what is seen as the golden period of India in terms of art and architecture was the Guptas. The Gupta ruled from 240 to 590, roughly 350 years, starting from Sri Gupta, who was a feudal lord in Bihar by the Kushans. They were given, and when the Kushans declined, Sri Gupta, who was from the Vaishya social hierarchy of the Varna system in the Hinduism, right? So after the Sri Gupta, when ruled from 240 to 280 AD, and after Sri Gupta, his son Ghatotkacha ruled the same, but they remained under the Kushans. The real founder of the Gupta dynasty is considered to be the Chandragupta I, who was the son of the Ghatotkacha. And from 319 to 335 AD starts the Gupta era, because he was the one who started expanding the empire, right? And soon he took the title of Maharaja Dhiraj. He was the first to issue the gold and the silver coins in large extent. Okay, this was because the Bihar and the UP region was a very fertile region, and due to the agricultural prosperity, due to trade, commerce, lots of money was inflowing into India. The Gupta Empire, right? This Chandragupta I had a long feud with the Lichavi tribes who ruled the Vaishali area, which also included the present-day Nepal region. And after a long fight and after defeating Lichavi, they came for a peace deal in which the Lichavi ruler's daughter Kumar Devi married with the Chandragupta I, right? And in the coins which was issued by the Chandragupta I, there was a Kumar Devi's image on it. Kumar Devi, son is Kumar Devi, and Chandragupta first, to be specific, son is Samudragupta, and Samudragupta hence is also known as the Lichavi Dohitra, right? Dohitra is daughter, okay? Dohitra means daughter's son, right? Chandragupta I was the founder of the Gupta calendar, and on his day of coronation in 319 AD starts the Gupta calendar, right? And hence, if we see, the region occupied by Chandragupta I was the region of Bengal, parts of Bengal, Bihar, and eastern Uttar Pradesh, right? Now if we see the next ruler and the son of Chandragupta I and Kumara Devi is Samudragupta. Samudragupta ruled from 335 to 380 Common Era, and he is considered the most powerful ruler of Gupta dynasty, also termed as Napoleon of India by historian V.A. Smith. He was a great military genius because he adopted different strategies for different regions. For example, if we know that this region is mountainous, and Vindhyas are difficult to cross for the army, and hence he made the southern states as the vassal state, right? The southern states have the autonomy to rule, but they are under the rule of Samudragupta. And for the north of India, he defeated all the kings of Aryavrat by performing Ashwamedh Yagya, right? And this is seen from the various inscriptions right? Apart from being a military genius and Napoleon of India, Samudragupta was a great music lover. He is being termed as Kaviraj by one of the poets, court poets of Samudragupta, Hari Sena, where, as it's seen in the Allahabad pillar inscription, he is termed as Dharani Bandha. Dharani is earth and Bandha means unification. He wanted to conquer the whole of earth, right? Apart from this, he was a very ground to earth personality. He was, although a Vishnu worshipper, he was liberal towards other faiths. And this is seen when the ruler of Sri Lanka, he sent one of his diplomats to Samudragupta. He granted permission to build a Buddhist temple at Gaya. And he also patronized one of the great Buddhist scholar, Vasubandhu. So secularism was inherent in Samudragupta, although he was a great Vishnu worshipper, right? Extermination of all kings and giver of the millions of cows, giver of land, Bhudan. These kind of terminology is found at the Mathura stone inscriptions of Chandragupta II, his successor, right? Apart from that, Samudragupta was a great lover of music. As I've already told, he is also seen in coins playing veena, right? Apart from that, other coin images shows Ashwamedh horse in the coin, Samudragupta hunting a lion with the bow and arrow, right? Samudragupta, as you can see, down from south, he expanded his kingdom, which was confined to regions of Bengal, eastern Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. He expanded to present-day Sindh, then present-day Pakistan, right, up till Vindhyas, down up till Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, Bangladesh, right? So that was all about Samudragupta, and in his period started the practice of Bhudan. The Brahmins and the other people, influential peoples, were given land when they performed yajna. In spite, rather than giving salaries, Bhudan was given, and they were made feudal lords, right? After Chandragupta I, Samudragupta came the reign of Chandragupta II, which is also known as Vikramaditya, which is also known as Shakari. Now, actually, what happened, Samudragupta II's, the elder son, whose name was Ramagupta, he had fight with Shaka's Rudrasimha III. Ramagupta was a bit of a coward. He offered Dhruva Devi to Rudrasimha and let him live. Seeing this, his younger brother Chandragupta II came into the picture and defeated Rudrasimha III. Right? Now, this is found in the Natya Darpan written by Vishakha Datta. Right? So, after coming into the power and marrying Dhruva Devi, Chandragupta II had his empire. After defeating the Shakas, we'll discuss how he defeated Shakas, but his empire, it ranged from the present day Pakistan, that is the Indus River, down up till the Narmada River and up till the Ganges River, right? So such big was the empire, and it's considered the second largest empire after the Mauryans, okay? Chandragupta II, he immediately went for the tactical marriage. His daughter or Dahitra, Prabhavati Gupta, he married it to the Vakataka, who were the Brahmins by caste, the Vakataka ruler Rudrasen II. So Rudrasen II, it was a tactical marriage with Prabhavati Gupta, and after his death, of Rudrasen II, Prabhavati Gupta was the de facto ruler. So Vakataka and the Guptas, they had a very close combined army against the Shakas. And as you can predict, the Shakas were defeated by the Chandragupta II's joint army. Making Ujjain his second capital, he defeated Shakas and took the title of Vikramaditya, also Shakari, or the destroyer of the Shakas, because Shakas are believed to be the foreigners, right? Which is also written in the Mehrauli inscription that is in the Qutub Minar complex. Now, 14 rulers had taken the title of Vikramaditya. Now, if we talk about the economy, it was a wonderful economy, and India at that time was known as the golden world, the Sone ki Chidiya, with 35% of the world GDP was only from India. And for this reason, every ruler all across the world wanted to conquer the rich land of India, because India was gifted with the rivers, fertile soil, great climate. Chandragupta II also issued large amount of coins, and he had 9 gems of Chandragupta II: the Kalidas, Amar Sinha, Dhanvantri, Ghatar Karpara, Shapanka, Shanku, Varahmir, Varuchi, and Vital Bhatta, who was a magician. Vakramari was a great astrologer who wrote Panchasiddhantika. Shanku was an architect, Dhanvantri was a physician, and Kalidas was a poet, and others will be talking later. Finally, Fahian in 390-1914, he had written about the contemporary society, economy, culture, but didn't mention the name of the ruler. So that was all about the Samudra Gupta's son, the Chandragupta. And if you see, the next was the Kumar Gupta, who came in 414 to 454 CE, that is for 40 years. He is also termed as Shakraditya or Mahendraditya. He built the famous Nalanda University. The most important achievement of Kumar Gupta is that he retained the empire intact as it was earlier. And the next ruler who is seen is Skandagupta, the son of Kumar Gupta. For 445 to 467 CE, after ruling 40 years successfully, Kumar Gupta had already started facing the Huns from the Central Asia. The tribes, apart from that, Skandagupta, although successful in protecting the Gupta Empire, but what the Huns had achieved indirectly was, right? So 455 to 467 CE, that is roughly for 12 years, Skandagupta ruled. Hunas from northwest frontier province attacked the Gupta Empire and the Central Asia. The problem, although the Skandagupta, protected the empire, what Huna did the damage is that the Indo-European Roman trade had stalled completely, and the independent rulers, the rulers who were under the suzerainty of Skandagupta, they started proclaiming independence, right? Now the enmity between Hunas and the Skandagupta is seen from the Junagadh inscription, from the Bhitri inscripction in Ghazipur, UP. This is here with inverted lotus, and it's written here, right? Skandagupta repaired the Sudarshan lake in the Junagadh, and in the Junagadh rock inscription it's clearly mentioned. By the way, Sudarshan lake was built by Chandragupta Maurya, later repaired by Ashoka, later repaired by the Shaka ruler Rudradaman, later repaired by the Skandagupta of the Gupta. So Mauryas, Shakas and the Gupta, right?